Carlos Alcaraz ushered in a new era for men's tennis at Wimbledon on Sunday. If tennis historians are looking for an artifact to mark the moment when the sport's balance of power finally swung from the Big Four to the next generation, the mangled racket from Wimbledon 2023 that once belonged to Novak Djokovic will do the job nicely. It may take some tracking down. Djokovic lobbed it into the crowd afterwards as the strangest of mementos for one lucky fan after an all-time classic final. But its frustrated destruction after he was broken in the final set signaled the instant a crazed pendulum finally swung decisively the way of the young Spaniard Carlos Alcaraz yesterday. Try as he might, from 2-1 down, Djokovic could not find a way back against his magnificent opponent. The boos that rang out for Djokovic's temper tantrum were understandable in the moment, but the context was everything. The old guy, the one who had insisted earlier in the championships that defeat to any of the wannabes ain't happening, had just seen a dark vision. 16 years his junior, Alcaraz represented the future. And the future had just arrived. Alcaraz has won a Grand Slam before, of course, last year's US Open. But that was without Djokovic in the tournament. There was no such asterisk this time. The generational change tennis has talked of for so long finally happened before our eyes yesterday. Alcaraz's bewitching blend of power and touch, his fearlessness and audacity was wonderful to behold. No one privileged enough to have witnessed a battle for the ages can be in any doubt that they have seen greatness in the flesh. Grass was supposed to be Alcaraz's weakness. That was his own assessment anyway. But he has just followed up a title at Queen's with that of Wimbledon. Nowhere is safe from him now. His game is developed for clay and probably slower hard courts, but grass, I must say he surprised me, admitted Djokovic. I must say the slices. The chipping returns, the net play, it's very impressive. I didn't expect him to play so well this year on grass, but he's proven that he's the best player in the world, no doubt. He's playing some fantastic tennis on different surfaces and he deserves to be where he is. As the boy wonder cavorted around the court following his win and climbed up to his box to embrace family and coaches, Djokovic could not bring himself to look. He fiddled with his bag and repeatedly tied and untied his shoelaces. A packed arena was suddenly a very lonely one. The tears triggered afterwards by the sight of his son Stefan told a story of family love, but maybe also pointed towards the end of an era. Djokovic experienced yesterday what it was like to play against himself. The sun is setting on a golden period for the men's game. Roger Federer has retired. Rafa Nadal's body is giving out on him, and Andy Murray, who was watching courtside as spellbound as the rest yesterday, is hobbling on amongst the B-listers. And now Djokovic has been taken down in his own personal playground, beaten on center court for the first time in 46 matches. The last time he experienced the emptiness of defeat there, Alcaraz was 10 years old. The Serb will not be going anywhere soon. At 36 he remains an extraordinary athlete, as he showed in a draining match which went deep into a fifth hour, and he will be back for a crack at the US Open at the end of next month. Externally nothing will change, but inside he, like the rest of us, will know a new phenomenon has arrived, one that ultimately he had to give second best to. The face of tennis changed yesterday over the course of an extraordinary afternoon.